Cacus was a legendary figure in Roman mythology, known primarily as a monstrous villain and an enemy of the great hero Hercules. His story is part of the larger tapestry of Roman mythology, where the gods and heroes often dealt with fearsome creatures that threatened the order of the world. Cacus was a fire-breathing giant, described as a brutal and terrifying figure who lived in a cave on the Aventine Hill in Rome. His tale is most famously recounted in Virgil's Aeneid, and it serves as an example of the Roman values of strength, justice, and the triumph of good over evil. Cacus is often portrayed as a thief, a creature of darkness and chaos, who stole cattle from Hercules. According to the myth, Hercules, while journeying through the region, stopped to rest and left his herd of cattle in a secure area. However, Cacus, coveting the valuable cattle, sneaked into the camp under the cover of darkness and stole several of the animals. To prevent Hercules from discovering the theft, Cacus dragged the cattle into his cave, but he made a crucial mistake. Rather than leading the cattle in a straightforward manner, Cacus turned the animals around, making it seem as though they had wandered away on their own. This clever deception almost succeeded, but Cacus underestimated the hero's strength and determination. Hercules, upon discovering the theft, pursued the trail and, using his keen senses, realized the deception. He confronted Cacus in his cave, where a fierce battle ensued. Despite Cacus's size and terrifying appearance, Hercules ultimately triumphed. In the end, Hercules killed Cacus, restoring order and ensuring that justice was served. The myth of Hercules and Cacus is often interpreted as a metaphor for the victory of light over darkness, or good over evil. It underscores the importance of righteousness and the consequences of theft, deceit, and malevolence. Cacus's defeat was also significant for the Romans because it symbolized the triumph of Roman values. Hercules, as a demigod and hero of strength, was associated with virtues like courage, honor, and justice. His victory over Cacus helped cement the idea that the Romans themselves, inheritors of Hercules' spirit, were destined to overcome evil and maintain order. The myth reinforced the belief that their society, like Hercules, was built on the ideals of hard work, honor, and the protection of their people from those who would disrupt peace and harmony. The location of Cacus's cave, the Aventine Hill, was an important site in ancient Rome. The Aventine was one of the 7 hills on which the city was built and was associated with various myths and rituals. Cacus's residence in the cave on the Aventine symbolized the presence of chaos and danger within the heart of Rome itself. The myth of Hercules slaying Cacus thus represents a triumph not only over an individual monster but also over the forces of disorder and malevolence that could threaten Roman society. The myth also speaks to the Roman love of heroes and their deeds. Roman mythology was filled with tales of heroes who faced monsters and adversity, and these stories served to teach lessons about moral conduct, the importance of virtue, and the power of the individual to shape their own destiny. Cacus's defeat by Hercules was not just a victory over a single antagonist, but also an allegory for the challenges that the Roman state faced in its early days. It was a story that reflected the resilience of the Roman people, their ability to overcome threats both internal and external. In terms of legacy, Cacus's story, though overshadowed by other great mythological figures, continued to influence Roman culture. The myth of Cacus and Hercules was often referenced in literature and art, and the image of Cacus as a monstrous thief remained an archetype for villainous figures in later Roman storytelling. The Romans admired Hercules as one of their founding heroes, and the tale of his victory over Cacus became emblematic of the Roman spirit of conquest and the quest for justice. In conclusion, the myth of Cacus serves as a reflection of Roman values and the enduring idea of triumph over evil. The story, though centered around the heroics of Hercules, is also a tale of the challenges that the Romans believed they would face in their own quest for greatness. Cacus, as a symbol of chaos and theft, was no match for the heroism and righteousness of Hercules. His defeat not only solidified Hercules' place in Roman mythology but also reinforced the idea that the Romans were a people destined to overcome adversity and secure their place in the world through strength, justice, and perseverance.